You know, when former President Buhari said that if we don't kill corruption in Nigeria, corruption is going to kill us, he was very right. But unfortunately, he became the corruption himself. And a lot of corruption that happened under Buhari, I don't think there's any of such corruption that has happened before. Maybe other than we might say Abacha's own. Abacha's own might be because he's late and they are now returning all sorts of money. But it was all the kind of corruption. It was fantastically corrupt, honestly. This is breaking news from Atraka, Nigeria. On X, there's the Budget Nigeria. There's this organization called Budget. They also have an organization of its own called Tracker Nigeria. They sort of like track projects around to find out whether the projects that are budgeted for, whether they are actually being done. They go there, and so this is what they've said. They said Tracker NG uncovers 8.6 billion naira payments to 26 no-show contractors for 19 projects across 9 states in the federal government 2022 budget. You just wonder why, when you see some people defending corrupt government, you wonder why they do it. It's all about this. There are so many people who are beneficiaries of the corruption, who take the wealth of the whole and then they just use it on themselves, and so they want the status quo to continue, because for them that's the only way they can make their monies and stuff like that. They don't care what happens to the greater good, what happens to the nation, how is the country losing. They don't care about that. They only care about their own money. And for me, it's just the brazenness. Like, I was reading the article, how do they give you money to construct a dam and you don't do it, and you just eat the money and you walk away? Even if you have to be corrupt, at least do it in a way that it will be hard for somebody to even see that you were corrupt. No, this impunity, this brazenness, this, oh, there's nothing they can do to us after us now. Now we own the country. Every other person is a slave. The audacity. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hi. Let me not just talk. Let me read. Say okay, so it's true that Tracker budget service delivery promotion platform, which allows citizens to collaborate, track, and give feedback on public projects in their communities, has uncovered 8.6 billion naira payments to 26 contractors for 19 projects across 9 states that have either been abandoned or not done. Some of these projects include the payment of 542 million naira to Abu Halawa International Limited between December 2020 and April 2023 under the Federal Ministry of Water Resources for the construction of Jare Earth Dam in Katsina. For the construction of a dam. People are there suffering. People need this thing. You just collect the 542 million naira, and then you are flying private jet, you're doing designers, your families are there doing designers and everything. You know, during the election, when we're traveling, of course, we had to use helicopters. You saw us during the campaign. We had to use helicopters, we had to use private jets to travel. You see the people that are using private. I'm looking at some of them, I'm like, some of you guys didn't make this money. You know this, you can't fly private jet if it was your own. You don't even have the money to do it. But here they were. You see the people using them, like, we dey here they run business. You can't look like say we don't know what we they do. You've been doing business for over 20 years. You're still struggling certain times to make end meets. You're having to tighten your belt to make this investment here and there to grow this money and whatever. And then some people are just collecting money and using money anyhow. Whatever. And one of the things that people don't understand about corruption, this is what I say all the time. This particular company that has been paid this amount to do, I don't even know whether it's even into building of dams or it's just one company that is a front. You will see that company, most of these companies are fronts. I'm a businesswoman, I'm a trader, and I build houses. I've been building houses since 2007. I've been buying land since 2005, you understand? And I always say, look, if EFCC really want to fight corruption, they should start with businesses, and even especially real estate ones. There are a lot of businesses that are front. So when this company now, because they are getting money elsewhere, they don't care what they are selling. They can buy something for 1,000 naira and sell it for 600 naira or 800 naira. Then the person who is genuinely into that business will not be struggling. You'll be wondering how, where are they buying their own. I've been in that kind of situation before. You'll be wondering where are they. Meanwhile, they are using that company to just clean money. They are not doing that particular business on its own. And then when that other company can no longer go, what do? You will close down the company now. I remember when I was doing my this thing, there was a particular this thing. I had to close it down. I think I had about 80 something staff. Just said, no verse. I can't do this anymore. We had a soap industry also that we had to let go, because if you really want to do businesses genuinely in Nigeria without corruption, without cutting corners, without doing this thing, you will be so frustrated. It's either you join them or you just kukuma leave. And me, I would rather leave. I don't mind, let me lose the money. I don't want to lose my mouth. I don't want to lose my integrity. That one is more important for me than any money. But anyway, let me come back to this whole report. So Abu Halawa that is supposed to have built dam for Jare Earth Dam in Katsina, he didn't do it. Nothing has been done on the site till date, from 2020 till date. The payment of 630 million to Barber Global Services Nigeria Limited and Foundation Solid Nigeria Limited between July 2022 and September 2023 under the Federal Ministry of Water Resources for the construction of the Ogbese Multipurpose Dam Project, Ekiti. When it comes to this corruption, they know tribe. There's nothing like tribe issue. It doesn't matter the gender. Gender doesn't matter. Religion doesn't matter. The corruption is all. Everybody is doing it the way they want to. The site has been abandoned since 2021. At least this one even started and abandoned. That one did not even start at all. And the payment of 400 million naira to Laralek Ultimate Limited in March 2023 under the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing for the limited rehabilitation of Opo Malu Road, Saki, Oyo State. The contractor for this site has never reported to the site till date. Meanwhile, that road probably not good. There are potholes and whatever. Accidents are happening. People are dying due to the bad road that should have been done. And then people will be saying, oh, it's witches and wizards that are killing those people, it's enemies, it's whatever. Meanwhile, the government is your enemy. These contractors that have been giving money are the enemies. Government that gave money to contractors that will not do the work. Meanwhile, genuine contractors are there. Oh, they won't get this money to do the work. The ones that will not do the work, they will go and share it. People are dying. It doesn't matter. People will go now, will be doing rest in peace all the time. These and other payments for non-executed projects were uncovered in the 2022 project tracking reporting Empowering Communities for Economic Growth. The report reviews trackers' work and documents findings from the 3,691 projects monitored across 22 states in Nigeria between August 2022 and August 2023. Of these projects, 2,037 were completed, 1,012 are ongoing, 533 were unexecuted, and 109 have been abandoned as of the time of filing this report. It continues to say, under capital project, Kebbi has the highest completion rate at 76%, Oyo had the lowest at 25%, and Taraba had the highest rate of abandoned projects at 27%. Regarding constituency projects, Bauchi had the highest completion rate with 97%. That's really impressive. 97%, that's really, really impressive. Oyo had the lowest with 28%, while Nasarawa with 23% had the highest rate of abandoned projects. The report also gives an overview of the implementation of 2022 constituency and capital projects across 15 states and highlights pertinent needs and abandoned projects across them. Budget's country director, Gabriel, okay, this is okay, continuation to the end. But just to say, this is what we are dealing with. This corruption, people's money is being used anyhow. People's money being used, taken away, projects become conduit pipe, nothing is being done. And as long as people are not prosecuted, this whole thing must continue. This whole thing will continue, and we need to stop this. We need to stop this. You know, public money must be used for public good and not for personal enrichment. And we need to say no to all of this. Communities are suffering, states are suffering, people are suffering, we all are suffering, and we cannot allow a few to continue to hold this country to ransom. It's all in our business to fight this corruption because it affects us all. Keeping quiet is not the way to go. Thank you for watching.